Am I the a-hole for wanting to take revenge on my neighbors? Trigger warning: animal abuse. This is a throwaway account. Hi. My mom and I are wanting to know if we would be the AITA for wanting to take revenge on our neighbors who have been harassing our dogs in our backyard. For reference, we have 2 dogs, a boy named Cody and a girl named Hallie. Some backstory. They have hated our dogs from the moment we have moved in because our dogs are active and will bark and run up and down the fence. They had a dog that would do the same. It seemed like the dogs were playing through the fence. We thought it was harmless. We understand it can get annoying and try to get them in when it gets too much. That being said, they weren't barking all the time, just when they were outside with the other dog. They do not do that to our other side neighbors. We noticed how Hallie would not go near the fence when our male neighbor would be on their deck and would be scared and growl and bark. She was fine with men until we moved here. She is terrified of men now. We have men in our family but not living in our house currently. Before we got cameras, we have noticed random things in our yard such as golf balls, baseballs, and footballs. We do not own any of those. Present time, we got a tip from someone who previously was friends with them. Their friend had to get a restraining order on them because they vandalized his house and pooped in his front yard. They have allegedly stolen many things from him, varying from jewelry to weapons. He was the one who told us to get cameras ASAP because he wouldn't be surprised if they threw food over with glass in it for our dogs to eat. As a dog owner who loves our animals immensely, that's scary to hear. We have recently just set up cameras all around our house and on the property line of the neighbors who have been harassing us. We have not had our cameras for a month yet. On Tuesday 5/2 we caught them trying to lure one of our dogs, Hallie, out of the yard by calling them over to the gate, and they had a dog catcher type of pole. We saw it on our cameras and we were able to immediately get her in safely. Although we are not sure what they were going to do, it was very alarming to see on video. But with the previous issues we have had, it wasn't a good feeling in our guts. Hallie was the first to get sick a couple of days ago and was able to come through. But she was not eating and looked sick. She is all good and seems to be healthy now. We still want to get her to check out. Now moving on to Cody. He is an Australian Shepherd and he had diabetes, which was very under control. On the same day 5/2, he stopped eating his food at dinner time. That is concerning to us because he's very food motivated and will never not eat if offered. Yesterday 5:30 in the morning his back legs couldn't hold his weight, and at 7 a.m. he ate very little breakfast, and my mom gave him his meds like normal and just added his gabapentin like the vet said to do. Nothing was getting better and he ended up not being able to walk at all. He threw up all his breakfast at 4 p.m. undigested. We feed our dogs farmer's dog mixed with a tiny bit of dry food. He got worse from then on and we had to carry him around. We carried him outside and tried to feed him, but he was uninterested. Later that evening we took him to the emergency vet and he was in critical condition. They told us it had nothing to do with his diabetes or any medical conditions. It was random and suspected poisoning. He was so critical and suffering with a 1% chance of survival with extensive medical intervention that we had to make the choice to let him go. With this being said, we cannot prove our neighbors did this, but there is no other conclusion to be made. 2 days ago, he was running up and down our yard and now he is dead. So, my question is, would we be the a-hole for wanting to covertly take revenge on our neighbors? Any covert ideas are welcome. We have already filed a police report and so we have a paper trail. We are considering getting a restraining order against them. What do you think? Comment down and subscribe.